Welcome back. Tonight we're getting the first look at a one-year-old killed in a fiery car crash in Spartanburg County Friday night. Troopers found Zana Ralad Norman in the back seat of her car after the fire was put out. They say the toddler's own dad, that guy, 26-year-old Imhotep Norman, took off from the traffic stop on foot, leading them on a chase. It started in Greenville on Highway 14 and ended when the car burst into flames on I-85. And tonight, more charges have been added to him, including possession of meth, marijuana, and amphetamines. SLED initially charged Norman with homicide by child abuse in this case, but troopers gave more charges this afternoon, and those are drug charges.
And Fox Carolina's Kayla Convoy is on this story. She's live outside the Spartanburg Detention Center. So, Kayla, tell us more about those charges that have been added and just the emotion of this case.
Well, it was really just night and day compared to the last bond hearing. On Saturday, both families were very emotional. Tonight, you saw a very different side, family remaining completely silent, and Norman himself had nothing to say today.
Tears streaming down his face, Imhotep Norman looked back at his family and the mother of his one-year-old daughter, fully knowing she was gone. Found in the back seat of a burning car, troopers say he jumped from.
He looked down at it. If you know, trust me, you don't even know how much he cared for that girl. He loved her so much.
The courtroom was packed, filled with family, and the longer they were inside, the louder their cries became.
He loved her so much.
But despite the tragedy, the family is standing by his side, pleading with the judge, repeating about why they think Norman is innocent.
He didn't want to kill his baby. You know, things happen, but he didn't kill his baby. If that car was on fire, he'd have saved his baby.
Troopers say they tried to pull him over late Friday night along Highway 14 in Greenville County, saying he sped onto the interstate traveling towards Spartanburg when sparks and smoke started coming from the bottom of the car. It led to a chase, but they say once it was engulfed, Norman jumped out after throwing a bag out of the moving car.
Drugs went in it, meth, marijuana, amphetamines, different kind of drugs that was found in that yard.
The situation has struck a nerve with family, who's now working with a community activist. They say Norman was speeding, but they don't believe a chase should have ever happened.
There's no reason in the world someone should be chased because of a speeding ticket. It's nonviolent.
Bruce Wilson with Fighting Injustice Together says each agency has different rules about car chases, meaning deputies, police, and highway patrol all do things their way, and he believes it leaves the door open for abuse.
We're going to reach out to some of our local officials and ask them to look at the potential of having a standard policy to govern here in South Carolina, to govern how police chases are conducted.
He says too many lives are lost to these chases, saying in cases he's worked, they've all been bystanders or innocent passengers, just like in this case that we just saw. And with speeding situations, Wilson wants them to get a license plate number and check back with that driver at a later time instead of following behind them. Cody and Diana.
So, Kayla, question for you here. What did Norman say himself about the situation that unfolded there?
Well, he remained very quiet today, only answering the judge's direct questions. But on Saturday, he had a little more to say, saying, quote, "I just know that the car wasn't on fire when I got out. I would have stayed in the car if I knew that my daughter was in danger." So definitely was a little more talkative on Saturday. And of course, they were not able to set bond today because of the homicide charge that he was dealing with on Saturday in front of that bond court. Only a circuit judge will be able to deliver bond. Reporting live in Spartanburg County, Kayla Convoy, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.
Kayla, thanks for that update.